might know me from my work as an adventure travel photographer. It's not a bad gig, but sometimes even I get tired of hiking all the way to the top of a mountain just to watch sunset or sunrise and then walk all the way back down. So I had this idea. What if all the hiking, the getting up before dawn, the coming home after dark, what if it's not necessary? What if there's a better and faster way? What if I could go faster on one of these? A 2020 Sherco 300 SEF. And you might say, what the heck is a Sherco? Even seasoned motorheads don't know what these are. So for that, let's go back. Founded in the hills north of Barcelona, Spain, the name Sherco comes from two words, Boltaco and Sherpa. The Boltaco Sherpa T was a trials bike that revolutionized the sport in the 1960s. Sherco had big aspirations and they drew from the best. Nowadays, they're known for their larger than they should be presence in hard enduro, a style of off-road racing that most people think is impossible. They take you up waterfalls, through iron mines, over hundreds of miles on several days. You've heard of Honda, you've probably heard of Yamaha, maybe even Suzuki, but Wade Young and Mario Roman, two riders you've never heard of but are the best in the world, they choose to ride Sherco. And it seems for good reason. They both win these types of races in a discipline where the vast majority of competitors don't even come close to finishing the race. These bikes are designed for the best riders in the world. Sherco, they're not messing around. Sherco was nice enough to have two of these delivered right to my yard. Where do I sign?
Right here. They're all yours.
Yeah, I was pretty excited. First impressions were good. I mean, really good. Of course, I had to ride my backyard rock, and there was a tree over there that fell down, and I had to ride that too. But soon, I was looking to the mountains. And that's where I found my first problem. The bike isn't street legal. Sherco hasn't gone through the process of getting them approved for road use. In theory, you could add blinkers and a mirror and a horn and apply for a license here in Montana if you wanted to do that. But the transmission only allows for a comfortable cruising speed of around 55 miles an hour. It's not a dual sport bike any way you look at it. This is a pure trail bike, and it belongs on the snottiest, rockiest trails we can find. So I set up a test. This is my friend Corey. Corey has agreed to be the old me, the slow, tired hiker that arrives just before sunset to snap a photo, then hikes back to the car in constant fear of being eaten by a grizzly. Me, on the other hand, I'll be riding the Sherco, all 300cc, bolted to only 224 pounds of weight. Corey will be starting here in the truck, then drive to the Estes Lake trailhead where he has only 2 miles to hike. I'll be starting here as well, but I have 11 miles of rough single track before I get to the lake. We're gonna race to the shores of Estes Lake and shoot sunset. I'm feeling pretty confident. Let's get started. Oh my god, this is so fun! It's like I'm an Ewok flying through the forest on a speeder bike! Woo! Yeah! There's no way I'm not gonna catch him! Oh my god, this trail's getting so slippery. Come on, Isaac, you can do this. Let's try it again. I think it's alternate route time. tired. My goggles are fogging. Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce to you our future. Our future. Our future. Our future.
Save any food for me? Now I know what you must be thinking. Hiking, it's the better way, right? You wouldn't be wrong. It's certainly more sensible and doesn't cost $10,000. But you're thinking logically. And these bikes, they don't appeal to your logical brain. They try and seduce your soul. After you ride one of these, every moment you're not riding them and hiking in the mountains is gonna feel like Monday morning at the office. Never again, I promise you, will you second guess climbing a mountain because the effort is just too much. On these bikes, the greater the hill, the greater the joy. That was good.